So yet another situation today with a young and fairly healthy person dropping dead from a heart attack. Patrick Muldoon, who is known for his work in Days of Our Lives in Melrose Place, had a sudden and fatal cardiac event on Sunday. He was only 57 years old. So my condolences, of course, to Patrick and his family. I'm in my office today, and I don't know if you could see, we're actually expecting patients to come in who want to make sure that this actually doesn't happen to them. But why does it happen, and how often does it happen? Unfortunately, 50% of all cardiac deaths are sudden. That's just the statistics. And every year it claims anywhere from 250,000 to 500,000 people's lives. Just think about this number. And while we made progress overall in heart disease, we actually have made no progress or very minimal progress in sudden cardiac death prevention. Actually, during the COVID times, the years of 2018, 2020, we started to see increases that prior to that, there was a small reversal, maybe 1% per year drop. But during the COVID years, we started to see increases 6 to 7% per year. So here's the brutal truth, right? You can't out-diet heart disease. You can't out-exercise heart disease. You can't out-peptide heart disease. Do the peptides, diet, exercise, stress management, sleep work? Of course they do. But the problem is there is no linearity. So for every person, you have to ask yourself, what is your specific situation? What is your vascular biology? What are the factors that are actually shaping your vascular health trajectory? Because as I always tell all of my patients is that longevity, first and foremost, is vascular. You could look great, but if your arterial stiffness is not great, if you are hypertensive or pre-hypertensive, if you are metabolically sick, if you have genetic predispositions that are putting your vascular lining, your endothelium, on a quick course crash, you are not good with regard to longevity. And so we do have the tools, and these tools are available for patients, for any adult, to actually make sure that they address their own personal issues. You could see behind me, we're going to do some vascular scanning today. I don't know how much of it you could see, but it's there. It's going to be on my iPad. We can test your genetics. We can find out and make sure that you become metabolically flexible. We could assess you for toxic exposures and figure out a way to minimize that toxicity. We can reverse the vascular aging process. And certainly with the contemporary tools, we could find the areas, the plaques that potentially might be causing these fatal events before those events even happen. And so it is heartbreaking to have young people die like this from sudden cardiac events. These are young, otherwise healthy people. But the problem is that people are not really understanding that there is no linearity to heart disease, and prevention has to start early. Now, sometimes my colleagues say, well, how early? Honestly, it has to start in childhood because cardiac disease is lifelong. But at least it has to start, hopefully, in young adulthood. We have to reverse the statistics. And for my conventional cardiology colleagues, and I'm one of you, member of American College of Cardiology, sometimes faculty at American College of Cardiology, this is what I have to say. The cardiology guidelines that we operate with, they're the floor, they're not the ceiling. Your patients deserve better.